Hey guys, it's Visify, and today I have a story I think y'all are gonna enjoy. It's kind of two stories in one, so I'm gonna be smoking a joint and a cigarette in today's video, starting off with the joint. And without further ado, let's get right into this. I'm in my dad's tent right now, like a storage tent. He keeps his like tractors and shit in here, quads, you know. I'm smoking on that 3-year-old weed again. Same weed as yesterday's video, but oh well. Get this bad baby all lit up. So I actually remember the exact date of this video, which is kind of rare. Usually I won't remember the exact day something happened, but I remember it was 3 days before 420, and I remember it because I was getting in a lot of trouble in April, and not even just April, like really just the second half of it. I remember because I had 2 cop encounters in 1 week. So this all starts off as a normal day. I remember I was actually did I say the date yet? It was April 17th. And I was working at Target at the time, right? That's important to the story, because what my fuck ass manager liked to do was he would switch me from AM to PM. So on this day, I was pulling an all-dayer so that I could be tired by like 8 p.m. because I had to go to work the next day at like 6 a.m. or some shit. And the night before, I had a late shift. I worked until like 10 or 11 p.m. So I stayed up all night after work and all day. So and I remember at like 8 a.m. I went into my mom's office because she works from home, and I was like, hey, do you mind if I go get us McDonald's? And she's like, that'd be cool. So I drive to McDonald's, I get us both a sausage egg McMuffin, come back. Then my friend calls me. Also, this story takes place with the exact same 2 friends as the story with the Semajon ops, Darren and Adam. So Darren calls me up and he's like, what you doing? I'm like, jack shit, tired as fuck. I've been up all night because I gotta go to work early tomorrow, and if I slept last night I'd never be able to fall asleep early tonight. And he's like, shit bro. So anyway, it's like 8 or 9 a.m. at this point, right? Because McDonald's breakfast was still going on. And I told him I'd got McDonald's. He was like, I want McDonald's, could you pick me up? I'm like, fuck it, I'm down, bro. So I pick him up, then we slide to Adam's house, we pick Adam up, and we're funking, right? We go to McDonald's, they got some food, then we kind of just drove around a little bit, smoked some pot, you know. Then we decided to go to the park and play basketball. Now, my one friend, Darren, he really wanted to go to an abandoned building this day. He kept talking about this abandoned school, and him and Adam were trying to find it on their phones, because he's like, I've been to it before, it's super cool, bro, like it'd be a good vlog for your channel. Like, he's set on going to this building, and I don't hate the idea because I'm always down to explore some shit. So anyway, we end up, at this point in the day, it's like, I want to say like maybe 3:30, 4 p.m. And we decided to go to this to a different building, not the school that my friend was talking about. And I don't even know actually what the fuck the place was. I just know it had like super high security and shit, and like a bunch of parts on it were boarded up. There was a big fenced off section. It said like danger or some shit, or like posted, I don't know. And this wasn't actually the first time we had been to the building. It was the first time I had been to the building during the daylight. But Darren has been there a few times before me, and I've been there once at night with him and Adam. So, but this was the one day we decided to go during the daytime. And keep in mind, I have a little bit of weed in my car. I have edibles, fucking papers. So we're exploring, trying to find a way to get in, because like I said, everything was boarded up. So we're walking around the side of the building. All of a sudden, we see this giant number on the wall, and it says call for free head. Now, obviously, that's probably a joke, right? No one's gonna leave their number on the side of a fucking wall and be like, call for free head. But it's a number on the side of the wall. So me and my buddies decide to call this. So I pull out my phone. I was gonna reach for it. Dude, am I fucking slow? So I pull it out, right? And I start calling this number. And before the call even went to voicemail, we see a cop start walking towards us. Oh, and by the way, I'm shirtless. I've been shirtless since we were playing basketball. And I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. Oh my God, I just ripped ass. Excuse me. And he's like, what you boys up to? And we're like, nothing, just kind of exploring. He's like, yeah. He's like, why don't y'all come with me? And he made us put our hands on the hot ass fucking, on his black hood. Because he had an all black, I can't think of the fucking name, but he had like one of those all black, like undercover kind of cop cars. And it starts with a D. And he's talking to us and shit. I don't remember a whole lot of the conversation, but I remember after he's like talking to us about how you can't be here, and like it's, you know, he's like, abandoned buildings are something to explore, like this is property and blah blah blah. And then he asks, is that your car over there? And I'm like, yeah, that's my car. And he's like, all right, we're gonna take a little walk over there. Is there anything I should know about before we do? And I had like 10 grams of weed, bro. And my buddy had some too. And my dumb ass, I sigh, right? Now you should always be honest if you're dealing with police, because if you lie and they search your shit anyway, you're fucked. So I sigh and I said, yeah, I have like an eighth of weed. And I said it like so like quiet and disappointed that he was like, huh? And I was like, I have like an eighth of weed. And he's like, okay, thank you for being honest. We're gonna take a little walk. Do you give me consent to search your vehicle? And I'm like, yeah. Now, I'm stupid as fuck, bro. There was not just an eighth of weed, bro. I had like 10 or 11 grams in that bitch. But the reason I thought it was an eighth is because it came in a little baggie that says 3.5 on it, like a little AFI bag. So, plus the weed my friend had, he had like a couple grams, maybe an eighth. So, anyway, I get my weed taken, I get my edibles taken, my papers. Luckily this time I didn't have a bong on me, like the 420 story. But I mean, it still fucking sucked, dude. And the cop, he pulls out the bag, he looks in there, or I don't even think I think he just felt it, and he was like, this seems like a little bit more than an eighth. And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I don't even remember what I said, but he was like, no, it's okay. I appreciate you for being honest. You're cooperating. And I gotta hand it to these cops, man. They were some chill fucking cops. Because, you know, they could have pressed the issue a lot more. Did I lose my other lighter? Motherfucker, dude. Hold on, the joint went out. But that's not all. You're probably thinking, okay, cool, you went to an abandoned building, got caught by the cops, got told to leave. That's all, right? Nope. It's only just beginning, to be honest. So, now, we're driving to the gas station that we usually go to buy our snacks and shit, right? And I completely have forgot about the number on the wall at this point, because I'm like so dumbfounded, right? And I look at my text, and it says, how the fuck you gonna call and then not pick up when I call back? And I was like, holy shit, that number on the wall, y'all. And they forgot to. And we called them back. Hold on. And holy fuck, that hurt. We're not expecting, nah, I'm a little high, y'all. I'm higher than the joint I smoked in the review. The 3-year-old ganja. But, we're not, so we call, and we're joking, right? Like I said, we're not actually expecting to get free head. And we're like, so where's our free head? And she's like, huh? And we're just gonna call this girl Aubrey, because that's not even remotely close to her name. Because we did end up finding out who it is. But, so she's like, huh? And we tell her that we found her number, on the side of a building. And then it said call for free head. And she's oblivious. She's like, fucking what? Then we ask this girl how old she is. And she says 16. Now, she's not actually 16. We found her age. She's older than us. She's 20. Thank God. So I hang up immediately. She calls back. And, or like, she texts me or some shit. And she's trying to make us guess who she is after, because we kept asking, like, who are you, who are you? And at some point, I sent her a picture of myself, which is, kind of fucking stupid. And, she sends back my name. I don't know if you guys know my name, but it's Nick. She sent back Nick in all caps, and I started freaking the fuck out a little bit, because I'm like, oh fuck, this random girl knows me, and what if she really is 16? And she like goes to the cops, and she's like, yeah, so like they called and they asked where's our free, like I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm like, okay, and now I'm pressing it. I'm like, tell me who you are, like this ain't funny. And she's fucking with us, she won't tell us. So we sit in that Speedy parking lot for maybe, I want to say genuinely, at least an hour and a half to 2 hours. Just trying to guess who she is, calling her a bunch of times, texting her. And then I drop my friends off because at this point it's like 7 p.m. and I have to start going to sleep soon because I had work the next morning and I'd been up all fucking night and day. So I go home, go to sleep. And I woke up and I think she texted me again. Or I remember, she said she was gonna, she's like, come pull up after I get off work. I work at this dog shelter. That was another hint she gave us, as if we were like supposed to know that or some shit. And I'm like, I can't, I have work tomorrow. Like that's not gonna work. Cause she said she gets off at 8. I'm like, that's what time I'm going to bed. So, sorry, I smoke so much pot and drink so much that my memory's starting to go to shit. So I go home, I go to sleep, and I woke up to like a text from her. I don't know what the fuck she said, I can't remember, but not important. Fast forward a little bit. This girl starts finding out everything about me. I'm not even kidding. I wish I was. She found out my parents' name, both of them, my sister's name, where she went to college, where she graduated from. She found out that I live on a no outlet street, and I'm like, what the fuck? because at this point, I still have no idea who this girl is. She gave us a few hints. She said, like, I was in a class with you, like, freshman year. It was a math class. And that kind of narrowed it down, because I didn't have a whole lot of girls in my math class. So I kind of already had an idea who it was. But yeah, like I said, this girl starts finding out everything about me. And, I'm freaking out. And, oh yeah, this is another important part. She was like, she would play games with us, right? Where we had to, like, come find her by, like, chasing her around in the car. And, we were gonna play this one game where she was gonna leave letters around the, like, we were gonna meet up at a spot, like a big park or something, and she was gonna leave hidden letters around that spelled out her name. We never got to play that because I ended up losing my car. That's for a different story. That also takes place in April. But at some point, she texted my fucking dad and said that she was like, "Are you Nick's son?" And he was like, "Yeah." And he was like, she was like, "I went to school with him and, like, he's harassing me." First of all, you were fucking harassing me. This bitch was finding fucking where I lived. Like, my parent, like, she was stalking me. It was weird. And, like, I remember the one day we played a game with her for, like, hours on end. First it was, like, come meet us at Taco Bell, and then she wasn't there, and then it was, like, we tried to find her in the Walmart parking lot, and it's, like, big as fuck. And she's like, "Oh, I'm in this type of car," and we're driving up and down the aisles. All of a sudden, she honks. And we could tell which fucking car is coming from, because she's honking over and over again. And I'm feeling quite a buzz, y'all. And we ended up following her all the way out. She took us to this fucking cemetery while we was, like, on the phone with her. This long country fucking back road all the way that led to this cemetery. And then she just drove away. Like, she didn't, like, we drove all the way out there for nothing. But yeah, like I said, she fucking called my dad, said we were harassing her. We never harassed her once, besides, like, prying her for who she was, because we were fucking curious as fuck, especially me. And I mean, yeah, that's that's really all there is to it. I stopped talking to her since, because I was like, okay, well, what the fuck. And yeah, I guess there's not really a moral to this story. It's don't go to abandoned buildings, even though I can't really talk. But if you're gonna do it, don't bring any weed. And don't make sure you're, you know, still a little ass kid, like 17, 16, because I'm pushing 20. So, like, but yeah, I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I think that would be all. Peace out, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow with a fire ass video. Okay, so I just watched that back, and I was in fact forgetting a few things. I always fucking do this when I smoke pot in these videos. But I was jotting little notes down because I was forgetting all 4 things I had to say. But first of all, I don't know why it's blurry as fuck. My camera wasn't even dirty, so that doesn't even make any fucking sense. Another thing is, I forgot to mention I got like $860 some in fines, like on the upward of like 900. Because I remember it was like over 1,000 total. It was like 1,056. When that other fine for running the stop sign came in. Go watch that story if you haven't. I forgot to mention how we found out who it was. It was because I had her number, and I went on TikTok, and her account popped up, and it said, "You may know Aubrey," the fake name I gave her. And I was like, oh, okay, and that confirmed it. Another thing I forgot to mention is it wasn't just one cop. This motherfucker called for backup. There was genuinely like 4 or 5 cop cars. And yeah, that's all, man. Peace out.